Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. Mole Trap here with Game 7 of this best of 7 show match between White Raw and DIMAGA. And White Raw, aka Duckload Raw here, in the red Protoss in the top right, DIMAGA, blue Zerg in the bottom left, in case it wasn't obvious. This is Steps of War. And here we are going to see the final step in this war between these two Brood War Titans battling out in Starcraft 2. Just absolutely amazing match so far. White Raw losing the first 3, winning the second 3, and only just barely on occasion have those wins been had. And now it's all coming down to this final match. And I'm really curious to see what White Raw decides to do here. He kind of, interestingly, he played a little bit less safe without his wall, the last couple games, but it's worked for him apparently. And he's just won with lots and lots of pressure in general, except the last game, again, he kind of hung back and just built up a huge army, and DIMAGA forgot to get any tech, and it cost him towards the end of the game. I mean, he got some corruptors and they helped, but I don't know. The Zergling Banelings were good. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Point being, DIMAGA's had kind of strange tech. He's in different tech every time, and different builds every time, whereas White Raw's been doing the exact same build every single time, almost the exact same pressure and everything. So curious to see what happens here. Anyway, Probe sitting around being annoying, gets its shields back. Man, once those shields get to the recharge point, they really refill quick. I mean, look at that, back up to 20 just a couple seconds. Anyway, so yes, I'm curious to see what happens with this final game. We are seeing a similar thing as last game. We see about pretty similar actually. Spawning pool and then gas very quickly as well. I think even quicker gas this game. Hard to tell. So I'm curious if we're going to see speed upgrade for the Zerglings again. And last game he went with the Baneling Nest, and so we do see, if he does go for any kind of Baneling something or other, we do see that he's going to make his usual wall. He's going to put a Zealot in that gap there. He's going to have his normal wall. And, Probe doing battle with the drone. Watch your Probe! Watch your Probe! Oh, drone wins! Drone wins! It does a little dance to celebrate. And runs back into the main? Wow! He's not going to expand? Uh-oh, this is very, very interesting. Oh, man, White Raw thinks he's expanding, because the drone killed this Probe. Oh, man. But what is this? Another Probe's going to go around and just take over the tower. That's kind of a... That tower isn't terribly important early game on this map. I mean, look at the field division. You can kind of see the edge of this middle, but the troops are going to come down this way and come over this way if they're coming across the map. So you can't really see them with this tower. This tower pretty useless also, actually, in the early game. But he's getting a lot of Zerglings out here. What is this? Roach Warren. Oh my gosh, we might see a Roach Rush here. Roaches are out. Speed upgrade is being upgraded. Oh, Probe. Probe. What are you doing, Probe? Is he going to see... Oh, he doesn't know these Zerglings are out here. There's a lot of Zerglings outside the main here. Does he have that sentry coming out? He needs to get that sentry out. Oh my gosh, he is going to take advantage. Actually, White Raw even getting a couple gateways up a little bit quicker than he usually does. Or, well, than he sometimes does. Probe getting all the way into the main base. Is he going to spot? No! No, he doesn't spot the Roach Warren. He spots, though, that there's a lack of expansion. And he spotted, I think he might have seen there's not many drones. He's got to know something's up right now. Warp gates are almost done. He's actually chrono boosting his Nexus. No! He needs to start chrono boosting out some units. Oh, warp gates are finished. He's going to morph those into gates. But this is going to come down to, oh my goodness, this is going to be very, very close. Where are the roaches? There are the roaches being morphed right now. Tons of roaches coming out, and he's just producing just one base Roach Rush. Look at this. He doesn't even have any more guys on gas. Okay, now he does. Never mind. But he's just has a little bit of gas incoming to make some roaches, and these Zerglings are like spread out. That's really strange. Oh no. White Raw's pushing down his ramp. It's just going to come down to where he is. Zerglings coming in. Is he going to fall back up the ramp? That is a lot of Zerglings. He had to see that was a lot of Zerglings. Last game there was a lot of Zerglings. He was able to hold off anyways just by keeping a good position. He doesn't know these roaches are here. Roaches coming in there. Oh, he's going to force field that ramp, and now he knows this is coming. He knows what's happening. Robo going down so he can try and get some immortals out eventually, but this is still balanced on a little bit of a knife edge. He doesn't have a ton of... Actually, no. No, he has a ton of force fields. He can hold those roaches off indefinitely if he needs to. This is looking pretty bad, actually, for DIMAGA. And at this point, if I was DIMAGA, I'm not, so I'm not sure if this is even the best thing to do. But if I was DIMAGA, I would drone up right now and still try and make this attack. But right now, he can get an expansion and tons of drones. And he's got so much of an army that White Rock couldn't move out for a long time. He couldn't get an expansion for a long time. Either that or I'd put a Nidus Worm over here, actually. That's what I'd do. I'd put a Nidus Worm in. That would be kind of clever, too. Anyway, robotics facility is up, and he's just got so many force fields right now that there's no way this attack could possibly go up that ramp. If he'd waited a little bit for him to move that ramp down that ramp a little bit farther, or if White Rock hadn't done his normal little blockade here, oh, man. He's going to get an observer first. They're pretty quick to come out, but Forge as well. Is going to get some cannons at the top of the ramp. He's going to be so secure against this rush. Cannons are really, really good against roaches, and all he needs to do is just have some stuff above that ramp, and that's pretty much it. Oh my gosh, this is really, really bad. Let's see what he's still producing Zerglings and roaches. What is he's making more units. I guess he's just committed here. Here's White Rock trying to move out. Force fields the entire choke point. Oh no! Force fields the entire choke point. He needs to take advantage of that, though. The ropes are going to break down. He more force fields. They're going to run out. And he falls back. Why does he? Oh, he falls back. I guess he's going to let those force fields run out and then maybe move in again. But White Rock knows he doesn't have the force fields left. Yeah, he's down to one force field right now. He needs to fall back. And White Rock trying to push out right at that point. He's got this observer outside the base. He sees all that right there, so he knows exactly what's going on. Interesting, we do see some zealots. And, oh, Warp Prism. Interesting. Warp Prism coming out. So he's going to be able to basically stay in his base, stay on top of that ramp, and DIMAGA GG's and says congrats! So that is anticlimactic, but DIMAGA, I think he tried for this all-in with these roaches and the lings, and knew he was pretty much defeated, and types out. So GG DIMAGA. Oh, DIMAGA's got to feel so bad right now, going for wow, going up 3 games to 0 and then losing 4 in a row. Major, major, major ridiculous comeback for White Raw, and absolutely ridiculous. And yeah, so this Warp Prism, basically, if he hadn't GG'd right there, the Warp Prism would come out, and he'd just be able to fly it straight back in here and drop Zealots in this main and just wreck him. Anyway, or actually he could have, yeah, he could have done a number of things, but this army, way better than this army, especially with this ramp. Yeah, actually, well, mostly with that ramp, actually. Without the ramp, it could go either way. I'm not sure exactly. Zerg would probably win, actually. Well, I don't know. Hard to tell. Anyway, point being, holding this ramp, there's nothing he could do, and DIMAGA was just totally all in. I mean, look at this. About 18 drones, or what is that? Anyway, bunch of drones. There we go. 14 drones. Yeah, so no economy. Anyway. I could have just done this, couldn't I? 14 drones versus 29 harvesters in here. Major, major econ advantage, major tech advantage, major positional advantage, major army advantage. DIMAGA knows when he's defeated, and GG's. Hope you guys enjoyed this series. Thanks very much for watching. Kind of a accidental casting. I just accidentally did game 3, and when someone said it was a series, I said, alright, well, I'll do the whole series too then. So, accidentally casted a nice best of 7. Very, very entertaining games as well. Hope you guys enjoyed them all. Take care.